Hi, this is another isometric drawing lesson. So what we're going to end up with is something like this. And what you're seeing is a stack of four 3 centimeters by 3 centimeter cubes with two 3 centimeter cubes on the right and on the left. And so we're going to learn how to draw this. Okay, so to start, we're just going to draw a straight line. So in this video, you can see that what we're doing is we're putting a mark in two places, 1 centimeter from the bottom of your sketchbook. And then we're going to draw a line across that. We're not going to worry so much about the length of this line. That's not really important, but we do want it to be straight. After we've done that, we are going to draw a line which is 18 centimeters long. And what we really want to make sure is that this line is perpendicular, so we're getting a right angle, and that's very important for isometric drawing. So we're getting a right angle here. So we are putting marks every 3 centimeters. So at 18, at 15, at 12, 9, 6, 3, and lastly at 0. This mark at 1 it's not necessary, but it's sometimes helpful to have stuff like that. So we need one more mark at 0. There we go. Now, we need to draw a nice straight line that connects all these points and connects with the line that we drew at the bottom of our page. Now we're going to use our protractor. And if you remember, isometric drawings are based on 30 degrees and 60-degree angles. So we're going to be using this protractor, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a series of marks at each of these points on the 30-degree line. So you can see that that is on the 30-degree line right there and there. And then we'll do the same thing on the next mark up. We're going to put 2 points at the ends of our protractor, one at the 150, but you can see in the blue that that's actually 30, and then one at 30. We'll go up to the next mark and do the same thing. We need one at 30 and one on the other side at 30. 30 and 30. So now what we're going to do is we are going to add another mark down here that's at 30. So we flipped our protractor over and we're putting 2 marks at the 30s over there. And we're going to do this on the first 2 dots coming up. So you'll need to do this also, and you'll see the reasons for this. Now we're going to connect our points that we drew at 30 degrees with the vertical line. Notice how we're doing this on one side, on the left side, and then we'll do the same thing on the right side. So we're starting to make the same lines that we did on the left side on the right side here. When you've got all your lines drawn, it should look something like this. Now we're going to go up 3 centimeters, and we're going to put a point on the lines that we drew at 3 centimeters. Because these are cubes, we want them to have equal sides. So I'm going to go up 3 centimeters on each one of these lines. If you need to flip your ruler over, please do. Now we're going to connect all of these lines together. And we need to do the same thing on the right-hand side now. Now notice on the right-hand side, you can probably just put 2 points and connect those, because you want to connect all of those 30-degree lines. So we're just going to connect them with a vertical line. Now we're measuring out 3 centimeters on the left and on the right from that top 30-degree line. And now we're going to connect that line that's 3 centimeters up from the top 30-degree line. We're going to connect it to the vertical line in the middle. And this is going to be basically the top of the cube, or the top front of the cube. Now this is going to be the top back of the cube here, of the top cube, and we're just connecting those to the 30-degree, to the 3 centimeter point that we put at the top 30-degree line that we drew with our protractors. Those are well connected now, and you can start to see the cubes appearing in this. So you can see that you have the top 3 cubes. We're going to be using our protractor again, and using our protractor, we're going to be needing a 30-degree line. And we're measuring that from the right and left vertical lines that we drew earlier. So we're going to put a line at 30 degrees on the right and left of that line. Now we can connect that. And it should be that actually we can draw a straight line all the way across all of this, because those should all be on that same 30-degree line. If you're not connecting here, then maybe you didn't draw it quite right. And that's going to be the top of those right and left cubes that are at the bottom. Now we're measuring out 3 centimeters on the right, on the line that we just drew, and then we're measuring out 3 centimeters on the left on the line that we just drew. Now those are going to connect with a line that is 3 centimeters there, which is that point right there. Those 2 lines are 3 centimeters apart. We connect them, and that's the top of that left cube that's on the bottom of our stack. And then this is the top of that right cube. Now only a few more steps left. We need to make a couple more vertical lines. So that's a vertical line. It needs to be 3 centimeters long, of course, because all of these cubes are 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters. Three centimeters right there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to measure a vertical line down from the left cube, 3 centimeters. And then we should be able to connect the bottoms of these. That's the left cube complete, and we are going to now do the right cube. Now we might go over this in pen to really pull out some of the lines that we want to show, but you can see we have 4 cubes stacked with 2 on the bottom, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Thanks for watching.